In today's video, we're going to be talking about Hidden True Crime, the YouTube channel. I'll bet you know who I'm talking about if you've followed any of the Daybell case or any of those crimes involving Mormons. You have heard of Hidden True Crime. That channel has only been around a few years, but grew very quickly. I watched it a little mainly because she got some really good interviews. But in today's video, let's talk about Hidden True Crime, and I want you to comment and let me know what you think about the channel. And are you shocked what's going on? Stick around for today's video. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you will like and subscribe. This channel does videos about different topics, and I hope it's things that you'll enjoy and encourage you. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is free. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video is published. Now to today's video. Hidden True Crime, the YouTube channel, has been around about 5 years, or at least that's when I started watching. I only started watching because I was interested in the Daybell case, and my feed would recommend that channel to me. And I would click. She had some good thumbnails. But most importantly, she had some very interesting interviews. She was able to get interviews with friends and family members involved in the Daybell case. I have to admit, she wasn't one of my favorite reporters that was covering the case, but she did snag those good interviews. She did an interview with Heather Daybell. It was a 3-parter. I have watched it over and over again. I don't know what it is about that particular interview that I liked, and I've listened to it more than once. I really was shocked, though, how quickly her channel grew. Isn't it strange that some channels don't grow as quickly as others? I know I have channels that I watch and I really enjoy them. I mean, YouTubers I really like, but their channels will only have 10,000 or 30,000 subscribers. Now, after years and years, they'll get up to 80, maybe 100,000. But it was really odd to me how quickly Hidden True Crime grew. But it probably was the success of that interview with Heather Daybell, or at least that's my opinion. I think that is one of her most watched interviews. She was not my favorite YouTube channel for getting information about the Daybell case, but because YouTube would recommend her videos, and again, she would have some interesting interviews, I was watching her channel quite a bit. After the final, I think, 4th trial of Lori Daybell, I did stop watching Hidden True Crime altogether because I was not that interested in the other coverage that she was doing. I think she really got into the Delphi case, and I've heard people complain on YouTube about her coverage of that case. I've also seen recently the controversy that she had a complaint against and a strike put up against DiffiCULT Research, a YouTube channel called DiffiCULT Research, and cult she has capitalized. The YouTube creator is the daughter of Kay Woodcock, the grandmother, the biological grandmother of J.J. Vallow. I'm sure it got recommended to me because I was following the Daybell case. I really like her channel. She's doing something very different. She is trying to go back and figure out these cults. A lot of these cults are related to, honestly, forgive me for saying this, but this is my understanding that she feels like a lot of just the basic Mormon LDS religion has these sects or these cults that are coming out of that religion. I don't know a lot about Mormonism or LDS. I don't live in that part of the country. We don't have a lot of LDS in my part of the country, but she's doing a deep dive on her channel about LDS, about people that get into that doctrine and then they branch out and change a little bit and it just becomes stranger and stranger. Now, this is just my opinion, but check out her channel if you want to. But she's a family member of the victims. You know, her mother was the grandmother of J.J. Vallow. J.J. Vallow was her nephew. It's kind of confusing, so bear with me a minute. But J.J. was born to the woman that has the YouTube channel DiffiCULT Research, her brother's child. But her brother was struggling with addiction. Now, this is the way I remember it. So he gave this child to his mom and stepdad to raise, and then they let Charles Vallow and Lori Vallow, who became Lori Daybell, adopt JJ, but with the understanding that they could stay in JJ's life. So it is a little confusing when you realize that Kay Woodcock is the biological grandmother of JJ Vallow, but she's the biological sister of the adopted father of JJ. So it's a little bit confusing if you didn't follow the case. One thing I really like about DiffiCULT Research, the YouTube channel, Kresha, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She is not an eloquent speaker, but you can tell she's very sincere about what she's bringing forth. The information she's bringing on her YouTube channel is stuff she has researched herself, and she's sharing with you what she's finding out. These links she's finding between different YouTubers, different crimes. It's a very interesting channel. But again, she's got her own way of expressing herself and her own way of bringing the information. And she's not an eloquent journalist, but she's seems to be a really sincere individual. I also want to support YouTubers that are passionate about what they're talking about and are bringing you a new perspective on information that maybe other YouTube channels are just regurgitating the same facts. What I find so disturbing about Hidden True Crime, the YouTube channel, is that it's my understanding that they put a copyright strike against DiffiCULT Research for using a video that she put up. Well, I believe the strike was because that DiffiCULT Research put up a video where Hidden True Crime had interviewed her mom and stepdad. And she played the video in the background as she and her mom talked about, I think, how disappointed they are with how Hidden True Crime had befriended them and acted like that she really cared about victims and the victims' families, and then they found out she was really trash-talking them behind their backs. And they played this video where they allowed Hidden True Crime to come into their home and interview them early on in the case. And I just couldn't believe, and maybe I have this wrong, but it was shocking to me that Hidden True Crime, instead of appreciating the fact that the family gave her that interview helped her channel grow. All right, I don't think she paid them for that interview. And then she puts a copyright strike on the daughter of this couple that had helped her channel. I am not a subscriber to Hidden True Crime. I stopped watching Hidden True Crime YouTube channel and listening to their podcast after the Daybell case. Turtleboy is one of those YouTubers that has grown significantly after the Karen Read trial, and I've watched him a little bit. He did I think a 7-parter on this controversy with Hidden True Crime and other creators from YouTube and even a TikToker. Apparently, Hidden True Crime had made some acquaintances or friendships at some of these trials. Well, now those friendships have fallen apart and there's some controversy. He has an interesting perspective, and he is a very talented YouTuber and super funny. If you watch him, you'll see he paints on the funny eyebrows to represent Hidden True Crime. She has those very unusual eyebrows and a very unusual face. But check out Turtleboy's interpretation of what he thinks is going on with the controversy between Hidden True Crime and DiffiCULT Research. I really love YouTube. I love making videos and giving my perspective on what I think's going on with other channels. I think we need to support channels that we like by watching their videos and subscribing. And if there's YouTubers that you feel like maybe aren't as ethical as they should be, maybe they're not being kind, I don't think we should watch their videos. Well, thanks a lot for watching my video today. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I want to be kind on YouTube, but I also want to stand up when I think someone's being treated poorly. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.